Welcome back to the channel, my friends. We're going to be taking a look at another Detachment. We're almost done. It is almost Christmas, and we can finally be done with making all these videos all the time. We're taking a look at the Blood Angels today with their Angelic Inheritors Detachment. I've skimmed through it, so I'll probably mess up words here and there, or wordings here and there. But if you guys like the video, thunderhammer that like and subscribe button, hit Nurgle's bell, check out the other videos, check out the other channel, leave a comment. I think I covered it all, and we'll just get into it. So, we have Legacy of the Angel as our detachment rule. At the start of the first battle round, select 2 of the Angelic Legacy abilities listed below until the end of the battle. Those Angelic Legacy abilities are active and their effects apply to all Adeptus Astartes character units from your army. We have Sanguinary Grace. This unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in the turn in which it fell back. Okay, not bad. Carmine Wrath. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1 and reroll a wound roll of 1. That's pretty good. Reroll hits and wounds of 1. You still have Oath of the Moment, so you can get full rerolls against some target, but this is nice to have in case you're going up against a non-Oath target, and it lets you reroll 1s as well. So if you have a bunch of Power Fists and stuff, things that are like wounding on 3s, then that's good. It's pretty good. Their appointed hour, you can reroll advance and charge rolls made for this unit. That's really good too. So this only applies to your character units, but if everything in your army has a character attached, which most of your units that are like doing stuff in the game, they're going to have a character attached. So you can have a whole bunch of units all rerolling hits and wounds of 1, all rerolling their charge and advance rolls. Pretty good. I do like this detachment rule so far. Restrictions. You have to have Blood Angels. You can't have Guilliman. You can't have White Scars, Salamanders. You can't have any of that stuff in here. You have to have only Blood Angel stuff. Alright, so now we have our enhancements. Prescient Flash is 20 points. Adeptus Astartes model only. Models in the Bearer's unit have the Scout 6 inches ability. Okay, so this could be pretty good with a squad of just like Jump Pack Intercessors or the Sanguinary Guard. Move them up 6 inches before the game starts, or move them back. They have a 12-inch move. They're infantry, so they can just move right through walls. So, yeah, basically an 18-inch move on those guys to start. They can get them into combat very, very quickly. So 20 points there, 2 points a model if you're taking it on a 10-man. Not too bad. Actually, I guess a little less, because it'll include the character as well. Troubling Visions, 15 points. Adeptus Astartes model only, once per battle in your command phase. The bearer can use this enhancement when it does until the start of your next command phase. All Angelic Legacy abilities, over here, are active for the bearer's unit instead of only 2. Okay, You don't have an advance and shoot one, just an advance, or just a fallback, shoot and charge one. I'm not sure about that one, to be completely honest. I don't think this one is great. Let's start the first battle round. So you do have to pick this. This just lasts for the entire game. You're not going to pick this one, I don't think. I don't think you're going to pick that. You're going to pick these 2. So getting a third one, that isn't super useful. It can be useful, but it's just not like generally that useful. It's useful in specific situations. And when that's the case, I don't really like it that much. So having a third one, meh. Blazing Icon, 20 points, infantry model only. Enemy units cannot use the Fire Overwatch stratagem to shoot at the bearer's unit. This is pretty good too. 2 points a model, 20 points each, comes down from reserve, can't overwatch them. They might have some, they can reroll their charge rolls here when they come down from reserve. They might have a +1 to charge somewhere down below, I don't remember. But not being able to fire Overwatch at a really important unit is really, really good. Ordained Sacrifice, 25 points. Adeptus Astartes model only. The first time the bear is destroyed, roll a d6. 2 up, he gets set back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where he was destroyed, not within engagement range, with 3 wounds remaining. Is this useful on anything? I guess a Smash Captain. This could be useful on a Smash Captain, because then he can come back to life and smash some more shit up. There's probably a better option for that, though. But that's the first thing I can think of, is a Smash Captain there. I think it might be nice with like a Gravis Captain, because they already half damage as well. So depending on what you're putting this on, you could have a pretty annoying captain. Let's move to the strats and wrap up the video. Armor of Contempt, we know what it does. It's been changed. It only affects 1 unit now, and not the end of the phase. So forget that that part exists, because that's not how it works no more. Focus Fury, 1 CP, fight phase. You target an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to fight. Until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped by models in your unit have lethal hits. If your unit is a character, until the end of the phase, they gain Lance as well. So we have Oath of the Moment. Now we have lethal hits with full rerolls. That's really nice to have. And we're +1 to wound if we charge, which, right? I guess you only get lance when you charge anyway. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. 1 CP, you get 2 different abilities, only affects character units, and that's not too bad. I have a cut on my thumb, I just realized. The next one is Instant of Grace. 1 CP, command phase, you target an Adeptus Astartes infantry unit from your army. Select 1 non-character model in your unit. Until the start of your next command phase, your model has the character keyword. So there's a designer's note here. While in effect, your model's unit is therefore a character, and that clears up any confusion that you guys may have had in the beginning. It does not affect just characters, it's character units. So when you have a character attached to a unit, it is now a character unit. So it basically your detachment rule works on any unit that has a character attached, and it affects all the models in that unit. So this makes a model in the unit a character, like the sergeant or something, or maybe some random asshole, and then they get the abilities up here for that. So, all right. We have Strike Now for Glory. For 1 CP in your shooting phase, you target an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit have sustained 1. Again, not terrible because we have Oath of the Moment, so we have full rerolls to hit with sustained hits. What are you actually putting this on? Because you're playing Blood Angels and they want to get into combat. Ball Predators have Flamers. The other Blood Angels detachments that I've played in the past, they weren't using, this detachment. They were using some other detachment, so they actually had vehicles that were effective, like in the Iron Storm before it got nerfed. So what you want sustained hits 1 on, I don't know off the top of my head, but you have 1 CP in the shadow of Great Wings. I almost said in the shadow of greatness. In the shadow of Great Wings, your opponent's shooting phase, just after an enemy unit selects its target, you target a character unit from your army that was the target of the attacks. Until the end of the phase, your unit can only be selected as the target of ranged attacks if it's within 18 inches. I think these are underrated. When they used to make things lone ops within 12, they were obviously very strong. Everything that does this now makes it within 18 instead of within 12, but even within 18, that makes it so that you can set up scenarios where your opponent has to get too close to your other stuff in order to get to this unit of guys that they want to destroy. And they may destroy it, they may not, but the problem now is that they're too close to you, and that unit can just get charged and wiped out. So, or it can just straight protect your unit because this happens. Wait, it doesn't say you can reselect the targets. Because some of these stratagems specifically say your opponent can reselect their targets. Did I miss that here? Until the end of the phase, it can only be the target of ranged attacks if the attacking model is within 18 inches. Yeah. I don't think they can reselect their targets there. They just can't fucking shoot you. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but it doesn't say it in the effect where other ones do, so. Consistency, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Unto the Burning Skies, 1 CP. This is at the end of your opponent's fight phase. You pick a jump pack unit from your army. You cannot target a unit that is within engagement range unless it is the Sanguinor. That is very interesting. Put it into reserve. So, I don't care about anything else except for the fact that the Sanguinor can be targeted by this while he's in combat, because the way that the Sanguinor works is when an opponent charges you, he just deep strikes out of the sky with an engagement range, potentially based contact, messing up people's piles in. So, and then he has fights first, so he just kills a bunch of stuff. And he's got a pretty good weapon as well. So if he comes down and does this and he survives, you can just pick him back up at the end of the turn, even if he's still in combat, and then do it again next turn. That's hilarious. So pretty funny on the Sanguinor himself. This is a really good attachment, though. So that's everything. That's all of our stratagems and all of our enhancements. Blood Angels are not my go-to Space Marine faction, typically. I'm usually running just Codex Space Marines with salamanders and stuff. But I was smart, at least I think I was smart, and I made my Space Marines into a just ridiculous mishmash of different things, so I can play them as Blood Angels if I want to. I can play them as Grey Knights. I can play them as anything. So I don't know why I'm saying any of this. I don't play Blood Angels, so, but I could. I think this is a good detachment. Is it better than the ones from the Codex? It's better than a couple of them, I think. The one where you can teleport stuff up and down, that's really, really good. Your army's going to be built a little bit differently. It's going to have probably more jump pack stuff, probably Inceptors, because they also went down in points, and you can pick them up, bring them down within 6, pick them up, bring them down within 6, so that's pretty cool. Does it make that faction or that detachment worth taking because of that? Probably not. There's jump pack intercessors, there's the sanguinary guard, there's other jump pack units that you can take that will benefit from that, and that's a really strong detachment as well. The regular Red Thirst detachment, or whatever it's called, the one that we had in the index, that one's still really good. +2 strength, +1 attack when you charge. There's not a whole lot that can really compete with something like that. I mean, gaining lethal hits and lance, you know, that makes your combat a little bit better here. But you don't have that in this at all. You don't have +2 strength, you don't have +1 attack. But you do have rerollable charges, rerollable advances. And I didn't see an advance and charge strat in here. I don't think they have one. Just about all of the other ones have an advance and charge strat. These guys I don't think do. Sustained hits, lethal hits, armor of contempt, jump back up, can't be targeted, become a character. Yeah, so they don't have one. But I think that what they get is really good. Reroll hits and wounds of 1 on like your whole army basically. That's pretty good. And then rerolling your charge and advance rolls. Yeah, this is a pretty good detachment. You've also got some good enhancements here. Scale 6 inches, that'll go a long way, because this army wants to be in combat and stuff. This isn't very good, I don't think. Not being able to Urwatch, that's pretty good. Putting a guy back on the table after he was destroyed, depending on what he is, perhaps that's worth it. But I do like the Prescient Flash and the Blazing Icon the most there. I think you'll probably see those one the most. And just overall, good detachment. Good detachment with some good strats. We got some not so good strats, like Sustained hits 1. Every detachment has a strat that is kind of mid. But otherwise, I mean, Armor Contempt, can't be targeted with an 18, Lance and Lethal, become a character to get your abilities here. So you can actually just kind of save some points with this, because you don't have to attach a character to a certain unit if you don't need to. And then the jump back into reserves if you're, or even if you're in combat, even if you're the Sanguinar. Alright, so pretty good overall. And I think you're probably going to see people playing this just to test it out and see what it's all about. But I think it's got some teeth for sure. And it definitely competes with the index detachments as well. So, that's it for our Angelic Inheritors. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, thunderhammer that like, subscribe, and bell icon. Leave a comment, check out the other videos, and check out the second channel as well if you're feeling up for it. That's going to do it for this video, my friends. So theory hard, and I'll see you back at the lab.